It was warm today, buddy. I'm taking my trash out. I'm gonna go check my mail. Actually, doesn't feel too bad right now. Feels rather nice. Such a weird summer, man. Like, we're gonna be like 100 degrees for the first time in a couple of days. Maybe even tomorrow, I think. But yeah, like, so it was close to 100 today. But now, it feels like decent out. The trip. There's people out there finally moved out. So I think they're renovating the apartment. Is that my Amazon driver? I think he's gonna come back. Alright, so let's go get my mail. I wanted to say hi to my Amazon driver because now that we keep our door closed, we used to have our front door open all the time, and I would get to say hi to him. Now I don't see him. So it would be nice to say hi. You see, we have like 3 or 4 different guys that deliver, and he is this one particular one is the only one that every time brings my packages to my door, small or large. What is going on here, dude? Roofing repairs, alright. So it would be nice because I deeply appreciate him bringing my packages to my door. There have been some days where I wish they would have because the packages were heavy and or bulky. I'm like, dude, thank God I'm not some 80-year-old woman, because how would I be able to get this to my apartment, you know? You would think they would have like a weight limit or something. But before we had our lockers, they would always bring everything to the front, to our front door. Then they went to the system where they were dropping packages off at the front office, and we'd have to go in there and get our packages from them, and that was ridiculous. I'm like, that's not part of their job description. They would have hated me right now because all my Amazon stuff I get. They would have been like, you need to move out, get out. And rightly so. I always say I'm going to get rid of my old key on here. I never do. Got a package. And I saw the weirdest thing the other day. I had the worst PMS I think I've ever had my entire life. Meaning I was a raging psycho for no reason. I just woke up like that. Everything pissed me off. And you, influencer. I have another influencer? I wonder why I couldn't figure out what in the world was coming. I got a clearance influencer. Okay. Have the worst PMS. Like, everything ticked me off, and I rarely get PMS like that. Like, I might be cranky, but I'm not ready to physically go out and harm some people for no reason. It was so bad. Thank goodness my boyfriend was not home, because I sent myself to bed after feeding my animals, And I was in bed pretty much all day because I'm like, you need to stay away from me because there is no reason I need to be lashing out at you for nothing. I am aware enough that I can notice this is not normal, and you don't need to be at the brunt of my stupid anger for nothing. So, yeah, that was not fun. Like I said, I rarely ever get like that. Another thing, my hip has been bothering me, so I haven't gone. I had some prescriptions that finally got filled after me calling my doctor's office and demanding my doctor call and get the prescriptions filled that she didn't do when I was there last month. And I got to a point where I didn't care. After I found out that everything was going to be filled, I don't know, I was just so stressed out and whatever, and my hip has been hurting, so I haven't been even wanting to pick up packages or anything. I truly just did not care, and I think that might have something to do with the PMS also, or it's depression, or a combo, or I just really got tired of battling to get things that I'm supposed to have as a diabetic patient. Yeah, so I didn't go and I didn't get my prescriptions filled, and I kept saying, oh, tomorrow, or later in the day, tomorrow, later in the day, never went. My boyfriend finally went to the grocery store on one of his days off and actually picked up my prescriptions. And the thing that sucks about where I have to go now is the grocery store, which is right by us, and we can walk to it. But their hours are not as flexible as Walgreens was, where I used to get my prescriptions till my insurance said, no, we don't do business with them anymore, and gave me no notice. That's another thing. So I think Walgreens was open from 7 in the morning, I want to say till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. I could be wrong. It might have been 9, but still, it's more flexible than what we have now at my pharmacy. And the only reason why it really matters to me is because when it's hot out, we want to go to the grocery store and get done as early as possible because we walk there, and it's 115 out. You don't want to be going to the grocery store at 10 o'clock in the morning if you can avoid it, So, yeah, I didn't care. And my boyfriend was like, he asked me like every night, and I don't know if he was like sleep talking to me or what, but like 4 nights in a row, he's like, are your prescriptions ready? And the night before I had my PMS blow-up day, I flipped out on him. Hold on. Okay. I had to pause. I have the Sons of Anarchy that we're pulling out. Actually, I met one of the guys. I think there's one guy that lives here that has a motorcycle, and he has a garage right over there. He's actually very polite and very nice, so he's got to be like 20 or something like that. Very polite. So I call him Sons of Anarchy as a joke. They're nothing like that. Anyway, so my boyfriend was like asking me again the night before I had my blow up, were my prescriptions ready? And I just was like, dude, you've asked me that the last 4 damn nights. I told you the same thing. No, I haven't gone to go get them. And he's like, well, maybe I'll get them in the morning. I'm like, get them, don't get them. I don't care. I was like, oh. I don't usually talk like that to him or anyone. So that was a precursor of something's not going to be going well tomorrow for you. Now, you need to just stay in bed and go to sleep. Yeah, we don't usually talk to each other like that. I may think it, but I don't say it. The only thing good about me calling, having to call the doctor, is I told them, look, I can't get back into my doctor until October, and I had seen her in May. I'm supposed to be seeing her in 3 months, and she just doesn't have any openings, so I have to wait 5 months. So when I called and talked to whoever it was, one, the doctor wasn't there that day conveniently. I'm like, oh, of course they're not there. Then I'm like, well, maybe she does need a day off because she can't remember to do what she said she's going to do when the patient is right in front of you. So, told the lady on the phone, like, look, you need to please tell her I need to have these prescriptions to last me to when I see her next. And I don't see her until October. And she double checked. She's like, yeah, you don't come in until October, whatever the date is. I'm like, correct. I go, so I can't even come in and get refills through her. So please have her make this last until I can see her again. I can go to my primary care doctor, but I don't want to have to, you know. I've done that. I did that all last year because I couldn't get in to see my doctor, my endocrinologist, you know. I'm like, I don't want to have to go down there if I don't have to. I shouldn't have to. I have 2 doctors. Between the 2, I should be able to have my prescriptions covered, you know. So she gave me a 90-day supply of the pills I take, metformin. And then I have 3 refills after that. So that's a good chunk of time. So that's 9 months of metformin pills that I'm good on. So at least that came of it. Alright, well, I don't think I'm going to see my Amazon driver. He's still dilly-dallying around with the rest of the complex, so oh well. But I need to go feed the animals, and yeah. Alright, my friends, I shall talk with you later. Bye!